one. But I mean, I agree with you 100%. It's going to be the whole, we're all going to hover where we are now around 500 because they're all basically right around 500. And whoops, the Astros won 12 of their last 15 they're in or something like. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, actually, the Astros and Cubs are right there, and they're both 500 teams.
They look close, but as mediocre as the Cardinals and Brewers have been, the Cubs still haven't been able to catch them.
Because they are horribly underachieving.
Right.
The Cubs, on paper, the Cubs are the best team in that division.
And I think the Cubs are going to be one of those teams that are going to kind of get it together at the end of the season and make a run. I just think they're going to have to. I think for them to actually do anything in the postseason, I think they're going to have to limp into the postseason. To be completely honest with you, so this might be a blessing in disguise.
It's up. It's up for grabs, but I mean, it's obviously a little biased. But I
feel very good about it. By the way,
no, but I could see I actually could see the Brewers or the Cubs making that run at the end.
This is almost worse than them just being really terrible because they're teasing you with the prospect of potentially catching them because they're only like 3.5 back.
Yeah, but watch it.
It's similar to the White Sox last season, who made that late season run and then played that extra game and then made it into the playoffs. And
come on, did anybody think they had a chance?
They didn't.
I did, but I mean, I don't know anything, so.
Yeah, but it could be interesting for a franchise like the Cubs. It could be interesting where the last 2 years they had amazing regular seasons. Oh, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. And then they don't do anything. And then this year they're average the entire year and then go far. Who knows? I mean.
All right. So now moving on to the West, NL West. Obviously, I think there's two big stories here. Personally, obviously the Dodgers I think have this division probably wrapped up. Nobody's gonna probably even come close to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like they are by and far.
I think
ahead of everybody. And the other thing is the Padres are at the bottom, so they're still looking to sell PV, I'm guessing.
He's injured right now, so that won't help their cause.
I
didn't know.
I was actually talking to Paul about this before. I can't believe I'm saying this about the NL West. I think two teams are coming out of the West this year.
I was going to say the wild card looks like it's come from the West, and the Rockies have been playing good. It could be them.
I think the Dodgers. We've said this before. I think the Dodgers are the best team right now in the NL for sure. Maybe not baseball, for sure the best team in the NL. And I think the Giants are for real. The Giants actually might make it a case for the best starting pitching in baseball. So I think
even their guys are calling up can throw like no hitters like it's nothing, man.
I think the Giants. I definitely think the wild card's coming out of the West.
Yeah, that's what it looks like right now.
I mean, do you think
I'm
the Dodgers?
feeling like an idiot now because I picked my wild card out of another division.
I mean, do you think, Kyle? Do you think the Dodgers? Do you think the Dodgers have it? Do you think they'll hold up?
I think they will. Their pitching is good enough, and their offense is excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it's the kind of thing where their pitching is decent. Yeah.
All right. We got to speed things up a little bit here, so we'll go to the AL East real fast. Obviously, this is a two-team division with the Red Sox and the Yankees. Can either one of these teams claim supremacy?
I actually think Boston's the best team in baseball. So
I think the Yankees will. They kind of had a slow start, and I think they'll overtake Boston. I really do.
That's interesting.
The only thing about it is that Boston keeps beating them head to head.
Yeah, and I actually could see the Rays overtaking the Yankees in the division.
Rays,
it's a really good division. I mean, the fourth place team is only a couple games under 500.
Yeah, the Jays and the Orioles have no chance ever.
They don't, but I mean, it's like, thanks for trying. I appreciate it. You guys haven't given up yet.
The Rays are doing okay this season, but they're still nowhere near what they were last season. And
they could go on a streak, though.
They could. But
I don't see.
I
the Yankees,
don't see it happening.
I don't see the Yankees overtaking the Red Sox.
I could see it just because everybody keeps talking about the Yankees. Like, they have this great team, and they show promise, and then they screw up again, and they show promise, screw up again.
They're too streaky.
But if they go on a streak at the end of the season, like in September, that's all you're going to need because the division's so close.
Yeah, but the Red Sox are consistent, very consistently good.
But it's like if you go 17 out of 18 to end the season, and the Red Sox go half and half, I mean, you gain 5 or 6 games on them, and that's the division.
Yes, that is true. However, the chances of any team going 17-1 are slim. It could happen, but I just think
if it's going to happen, though, I would think the Yankees are probably one of the best candidates to have that happen.
Yeah, but the Yankees, I think people forget the Yankees pitching is not all that good. It's average.
But
Sabathia has improved.
Yeah.
Sabathia was terrible at the beginning of the season, and he's good now. He's pitching to his potential.
He lost yesterday.
If I know anything about baseball, it's that things change wildly over the course of a season. and they can change wildly. And all it takes is one streak to turn your team around. Yeah. And that's why I think the Yankees have a shot. Moving to the Central, all I'm going to say is go Greinke.
All I'm going to say is the Royals, Twins, White Sox, and Tigers should be glad that they have a team like the Cleveland Indians in their division to play against. The Indians are by far the worst team in the AL, maybe the worst team in baseball besides the Nationals.
The Royals are trying to catch up to them, though.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm sure Kyle's going to disagree. The Tigers have it. Nobody's catching them.
I'd say it's a 3-team race right now, and this is definitely going to come down to a late season streak, just like it last year.
Yeah.
When the White Sox went on that streak at the end of the season and tied the Twins and then made the playoffs.
The White Sox and the Twins have no chance.
I think anything under 5-game lead is way up for grabs, and 5-game lead is just more like a comfortable. It's like having like a 100-point lead in NASCAR.
But don't let me fool you.
It can be a race.
Don't let me fool you. This division's terrible.
Oh, I can tell. I mean, just over 500 baseball.
I think the Indians are the biggest disappointment in baseball this year.
I think the Mets are. And the Yankees
because the
probably.
Indians were predicted to.
Some predicted the World Series.
Yeah.
The Indians like
dominate
idiots.
the division.
No, the Indians, like the Cubs, my other favorite team, are very good on paper and are horribly, horribly underachieving. The Indians, their pitching,
cursed, sir. You are just cursed.
Their pitching is horrific. The Indians have top 3 offense in baseball and are that far under 500. Their pitching is horrific. They're terrible.
All right, going on to the last division in the AL West, and wow, this is a really close division looking at this. The Angels and the Rangers a game and a half lead, followed by the Mariners even. They could even if it weren't for the AL East, this would be the best division in baseball, it looks to me.
I think
in the past years, I would say the Angels they're pretty much a shoe-in every year because of this division. But the Rangers,
Rangers look good. The Mariners are looking
good.
All of them have a shot.
I think here's what I think. I think the Rangers are an awesome story, and I would love to see them win the wild card. However, the Angels still have a game and a half lead after being horribly injured. They're healthy now. I see the Angels slowly pulling away.
Well, the Angels did have Guerrero and Hunter go on the disabled list.
Oh, I didn't even know they had some stars on the list.
Was that? Oh, that was
that
when
just happened.
You're right.
A couple days ago
at the racetrack.
Oh, so that's just a recent development.
Yeah,
we were.
So the Rangers could make a run at it.
They could.
I think it'd be awesome if the Rangers got out and maybe like pulled away by 4 games, and everybody goes, "Oh, the Rangers have it," but then like the Angels get healthy and they pull close by September.
I think what makes this division really interesting, what makes the AL really interesting, is the wild card battle is going to be huge in this division.
Right.
I think it'll come out of the East, personally, but
if it could come out of the West.
It could.
It's not coming out of the Central.
Right. All right. So quick, make your predictions for division and wild card winners, and then give me a World Series matchup and pick the All-Star Game winner. Okay, I'm just kidding. I know you're all gonna pick AL.
I'm going NL on the All-Star.
Oh.
Because I think they have better players in, definitely more power hitters, I would say. And it's about time they win one because it's been a while.
Okay. Then I'll do divisions first.
All right, go ahead.
Red Sox, Tigers, Angels. So currently the way it is.
Go out on a limb.
No, I think it's going to be the way it is, and I think the wild card will be the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
So Kyle, what's your AL?
I'll say Yankees win the East.
Bold.
And I'm going to go with the slightly biased White Sox in the Central.
Everybody listening, you can ignore that one.
They did it last year.
Yeah.
So
keep going.
You can't say they're out of it. And then I would say the Angels in the West, and I'm going to say the Red Sox for the wild card coming from the East.
Okay, I have the Red Sox going to hold on. The White Sox are going to win the Central. The Angels will take the West, and I think the Yankees will be the wild card. I know, going on a limb on that one too, but I think Red Sox keep beating the Yankees head-to-head. I think that's why they'll win. And White Sox, like you said, did it last year. I have some sort of faith in them. I have no faith in the Tigers because they sucked last year. All right, Central.
You mean
no,
National League?
National League. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I have
not a baseball fan.
I have the Phillies in the East, the Dodgers in the West, the Cubs in the Central, and then the Giants as the wild card.
All right, and I think everybody listening knows which one of those you can disregard.
Well, I don't know. We just said earlier that it could be anybody. So I mean,
know.
Yeah, but the Cubs.
Yeah, but if you didn't like them, it'd be more.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Kyle.
I'll say the Phillies from the East, the Cardinals from the Central, and the Dodgers from the West. And the wild card I'm saying is coming from the West.